I want to talk about the value of continuing to increase your level of professionalism and what the purpose of it is, and then talk to you about some of the things that I never faced resistance myself in, but that when I've asked other people to do these things, they have faced them. So I don't relate very well. I think you will, and I'm curious your take on them.
What's the purpose of professionalism?
The purpose of professionalism, as far as I'm concerned, is to continuously add to the reason why people are able to easily trust you. Now, you don't want the lawyer who's wearing a Hawaiian shirt to represent you in the important court case. You don't want the doctor to rush into the room after doing something else with blood still on her from the patient that she just saw to see you. You don't want the coach who's still wearing knee sleeves around their ankles, smells like the workout that they just did, to now out of breath explain the workout to you. So adding professionalism, I believe, adds to the likelihood somebody trusts you.
So in a nutshell, the purpose of adding professionalism is to make sure that it's easy for you to intentionally earn the trust of the people that you want to lead.
Yeah, to make it easier for them to be led.
What are some of the things that you think people find resistance in when they want to start becoming more and more?
So that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I come from, my first two experiences in fitness were privately owned big box gym. There was terribly run to Equinox. So I had experience A and experience B. And some of the things that I noticed in experience B at Equinox that made it more valuable to the user than experience A, World Gym, were the things about it that were corporate. You will wear a uniform. Your shirt will be tucked in. You will check in for your shift 15 minutes ahead of your shift. You will wear a lanyard that says your name, your credentials on it. You will have a clipboard when you're training a client. Your schedule will be inside of your clipboard. The way that you will interview somebody will be like this. Ask them these questions. To the point that I asked a guy if there was any chance he was pregnant, because I just wanted to follow the rules perfectly. He wasn't. He wasn't pregnant. The reason why I'm bringing that up is I think that a big part of the reason why they're so successful is because of the consistency that comes with the professionalism that they force.
Yeah, all those indicators sound great. All those signs are.
But so when I was in clinic, I was trying to bring the clinic to be something that was much more along those lines. Like, we will wear a clinic uniform. We will present in a room in a certain way. There will be a cadence of events with a patient in the room. Jeremy didn't like that. He liked wearing sweaters from Zara and his pants. That's fine. I wore pants too, just different ones, right? They were different. They were the same color every day for what I wanted. Stuff like that. I've had the resistance there. I've talked to gym owners about getting uniforms on their coaches.
So wait, so I just want to make sure I understand the last part and then everyone else does. The difference there, disparity, was between you wanted a consistent uniform for it, and your partner decided, I think that I should wear whatever feels comfortable and casual. And
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, like, that's a microcosm because I see it in gyms too. Like, why aren't your coaches in uniform? They like to wear their Rogue stuff. They went to this competition. They like to wear that. What's the difference?
So this is I wanted them to feel like they could just be themselves.
Yes. And exactly.
And you believe that there's a sweet spot between being yourself and...
No, it's not about being any less of yourself. It's about how do you express yourself as an extension of this brand? Instead of how do you express yourself outside of this brand while earning an income within it. You understand the difference?
Let's find out. So while you're working in the thing, in the brand, with the brand, for the brand, it's their parameters for how you express yourself.
Yeah.
Outside, do whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want.
Right, you gotta remember that
it happens outside work too.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example. Recently, we were in a gym together, and we talked about, we walked in, where's the coach? Oh, the coach is over there eating a sandwich on her phone, hat on a bench, while members were getting ready for class. And the response was, well, if you guys weren't in the office right now, she'd be in the office. Okay. There's a level of that is understandable. Maybe she's allowed to wear a hat, the crop top of the brand that she likes, and the shorts that she was wearing. Maybe it's reasonable to ask her not to eat on the floor and be on her phone while people are training. Where does the reasonable ask end? And at what point does that reasonable ask ending become detrimental to that person's own earning potential?
So it sounds like it's some combination of the line at which the person feels like they're stifled at work and what the employer decides is a line of professionalism that can't be crossed, or a line of unprofessional behavior that can't be crossed.
Yeah, when you're in the military, you wear a uniform. When you're a firefighter, you wear a uniform. When you're a police officer, you wear a uniform. You chose to do that job, so you need to exemplify that job. Why is it different in coaching where it's like, no, you should be able to wear a, meathead throwdown competition that happened on the beach last year, t-shirt, short shorts that half your butt's hanging out of the bottom of, the knee sleeves that you worked out in 2 hours ago around your ankles. Like, why is that appropriate?
I get it.
So at what point do you think it becomes too much? And like, I want to keep it really simple. I think every coach in every gym should wear a uniform. And part of that uniform should be the way that their facial hair is maintained. Have it, but like maintain it. The kind of footwear that they wear, the color of shorts or pants that they wear, the exact shirt that they wear and how they wear it, the name tag or the lanyard that they're wearing to represent who they are, what their responsibilities in the place are. I get pushback, and I understand why, that eventually that becomes too corporate and everybody's joining this place and working at this place because it's not corporate. What I'm seeking to find is part of the reason why Target is a multi-billion-dollar company because they follow these rules?
I think that's probably a very small part of it.
So where do these rules become too much? The
other thing to remember is that people that work at Target probably make $14 an hour.
People that work in fitness businesses make $19 an hour.
No, I understand. I don't think that Target is a fair analogy for that reason because we want our coaches to be earning much more than that. What about them?
They make more than $19 an hour and they have to wear uniforms.
100%. I do believe that coaches should be wearing uniforms. I'm in full agreement around that. The minutia and the details and the parameters of what all of these rules are, I think is up to the owner to decide what's acceptable, and then just have a open conversation with coaches if there's any severe resistance around that. And if there's enough resistance, then I think that it might just not be a right fit for them to do that.
For the employee.
Yeah, for the employee. For example, look, I'm thinking about a couple of employees that I've seen, coaches that I've seen through our education who have tattoos everywhere, skin is present on their body, who have crazy colored, I'm with you, crazy colored hair in lots of different directions and a whole bunch of piercing and very brightly covered, cut off shirts, and that is their gym uniform. My question is, if they wanted to become a nurse or some other medical professional, and it was, well, these are your scrubs, this is the thing, they would probably accept that as part of their job, and there wouldn't be too much pushback around it. And it's part of the culture of many, many gyms today that they can wear whatever they want that you believe is deleterious to their earning potential and their reputation and their credibility.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Great.